Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris, from New York, Westchester County. It's March 18th, 2022, and it is an absolutely beautiful day here in New York. I mean, I think it reached a high of 71 degrees. Just amazing. Anyway, so I want to just discuss a couple of things with you about the egg experiment. All right, the only way an egg is going to be able to stand up straight like that, and that would be a raw egg, is if the yolk and everything is level. You know what I'm talking about? It's the only way. It's almost like it's like magnets, which scientists can't explain to us. It's great, guys, isn't it? All that schooling, all the college, all the PhDs, you can't explain a simple, one first grader experiment of what attracts the magnets. That's great. It's good. That's good. Nice. Well, why don't you write a 500-page essay on it and make a book out of it, and we'll try to look through it and make sure you put some big 50-cent words in there and make it look like it's actually official. They confuse everybody, like the gravity that goes on and on and on and on pages and pages and pages of bullshit. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so it's almost like there's an attraction or something with it, and that's why I was curious to see how the lakes will react to this. Will they stay level? Once in a while when you go to the beach, you get that one day where it's like just still calm water, you know what I mean? Which is kind of boring because you drive an hour down to the fucking beach and you want to see the waves. You want to have a good 2-3 foot wave and do some body surfing, and you get all the way down there and it's fucking it's still. If I wanted to go to a pool, I'd stay in fucking Westchester. Anyway, so I'm just curious about that. Now, again, this is happening at 11:33. That's the magic numbers. I love it the way they throw those things in there. 11:33 a.m. on Sunday. We're going to do the experiment, and I've already tried to sit an egg up straight, and I can't seem to get it. Of course, I'll be doing experiments before that. I don't know if I'm going to do this live because I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I might have a full house, and if I do, then I can't do it. Or if I do it, I got to keep my mouth shut, all right? And I can't give you any, audio at all while I'm doing it, which is like no fun. I want to hear people when they're doing experiments. I don't want to just see them fiddling with their fingers and putting shit in a vacuum and stuff like that. And the vacuum test is still out there. We have nobody who's offered, and the colleges, I'm sure, have it. There's one down at NASA to put us in a vacuum with a spacesuit, pull the switch, and what happens? Do we blow up like a balloon, like a Goodyear blimp? Which we should. What would happen? What happens? Nobody has confronted us on that. Not a single scientist has even bothered saying, what? Why don't we just let them do that and let them put an end to flat Earth and an end to this gravity thing? But none of us have ever been approached with going into a vacuum chamber with a spacesuit, which they have. Doesn't make a difference what spacesuit it is, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. They're all the same, aren't they? Oh, but the ones from the SpaceX, they look more like jumpsuits. Oh, such a joke. It's so much fun, though, isn't it? I mean, when you're a flat earther, you don't even have to think anymore. I mean, it's just, you look and you just see the nonsense. It's just so hysterical. It really is. A fucking jumpsuit. Just like the Jetsons had. They had the jumpsuits in a big bubble on their head. Flying in space, or flying in the air with their rocket cars, which we will never, ever see. And could you imagine the lawsuits and all the bullshit that would happen with that? There's no way they would ever have cars that would go in the air. If you got $1 million, you can buy one. But, anyway, the elites are the ones who are only able to enjoy these diamonds, shall we say. I want to get into a couple things with you. With the sun and the moon, remember the scientist who said, I'd love to track him down or track a relative of him down, but he kind of just disappeared into the wind. Gone. unfortunately. But he said that the moon is like a plasma, and I do agree with him. Now, when I look at the sun, the light from the sun, especially in the morning, okay, when it's coming close, you see, that's what I'm talking about. All right, I was reading an email from a friend of mine, Jerry. He gave this to me a while ago. And I'm going to agree with him on this in a way that it's almost like, and I'll explain it to you, it's almost like the sun is like a fluorescent light, shall we say, okay? Let me explain. When you turn a fluorescent light on, which was made in the plasma TVs, which didn't take off very well, but the idiots went out there and they spent $15,000 for a fucking plasma TV that was 40 inches. How are those plasma TVs working, huh? That was more than 10 years ago. They had a 10-year shelf life. I don't think they work anymore. Anyway, the fluorescent lights, I'm just trying to figure out what this idiot is doing on the side of this. Is he actually taking a leak on the fucking side of this highway? That's great. He is. All right. Well, that's good. You got to go. I guess. I mean, just not in front of everybody. At least hide it. Open the fucking door and go in front of the door and take a piss so I don't have to see it. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you. The society has just gone downhill. I mean, I don't know if it's panic mode. I don't know if it's confusion with these people. I really don't know. I don't know how I would have reacted to this if I wasn't a flat earther, and I knew all of this was bullshit. I really don't know how I would have reacted to this. Because your personality, your attitude, everything changes when you become a flat earther. Everything. Your beliefs are gone, The things that you didn't believe in, you now know are true. There's a God out there. There's somebody who created this all for you. That he or she, whoever it may be, loves you, because they wouldn't have created it for you. It's the people that hate you. It's the people that have created hell here. That's why I don't understand why some of us are here, and that's why I'm a big believer in you chose to be here, okay? And whatever happens in your life happens. It's a story. It's a storybook, shall we say. I don't know what's outside this dome. I have no idea. Anyway, so the sun being a fluorescent light is an interesting topic because in the morning, it takes, I don't know how many minutes, I'll time it one time, but it's like turning on a fluorescent light, it takes a while for it to actually, light up all the gases, and then the light's at full power, 30 seconds, whatever it may be. But that's exactly how the sun kind of is going away from us and coming toward us. That's exactly what it seems like, in a way. And if, you can understand that, then you'll understand that is not a star, okay? I mean, that is not 93 million miles away, obviously. It's a fucking local thing. Object, shall I say. So if you time the amount from the second we start getting a minuscule of light in the morning, because that's the only time I can really ever see the sun now, is in the morning, because they just chemtrail it to death at night. It's unbelievable. They just chemtrail it and you can't see it. It's gone. You look at the horizon, it's about 2 feet up, and that's where all the chemtrails are, and that's it. Blocks the sun. Sometimes I could see it in the morning, but there's, whatever. Anyway, I'd like to time how long it takes when you get that minuscule amount of light until it becomes bright. And that was a piece of somebody's car. Nice. It looked like a bumper. That's even better. And time it. I guarantee you, every time you do this, it's going to be exactly the same fucking time all the time. Whether it being 30 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It's probably, my guess is 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes and 50 seconds, shall we say. Time it. From the minute you get that minuscule of light, and then just time it until the sun actually, when it comes closest to us, is full. Every time it's going to be the same exact amount of time. Okay, and that's why fluorescent light kind of makes sense in a way. Now, in terms of the heat, I don't know. In the wintertime, you don't really feel it. You know, you can go outside and lay on a bench and you don't really get sun at all. You know, you don't get tan. You know, and I understand, look, the angles and the area that the sun is at being closer and further away. Oh, but that's funny because during the wintertime, the sun is the furthest away from us. That makes sense. Sure. And then in the summer, it's the furthest away from us. I mean, it's the furthest away from us. So, yeah, now, something matter with that. But anyway, but you understand how all of this just doesn't make any sense? The size of the continents, the day and night, you know, Australia's looking, has light on it, and Africa I mean, it just, all that, I'm going to get into that too. That's a totally different video. I don't even want to discuss it right now because I'm still trying to understand it. I mean, there's just so many things. You're never, ever bored when you're a flat earther. There's just so much shit, and it's so overwhelming, and it's 500 years of bullshit you've been lied to, okay? All of this has been planned. Everything that you see that's happening around you is a script that they wrote down, and they're just following the script. And that's all. That's how it is. I'm sorry, but that's it. This is not real, what you're going through. I thank you for subbing. I thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.